girls' dolls are now not politically correct. She'll have to watch her P's and Q's, that's something I suspect. The Chinese doll's not a chink, the Indian one scum dog. She can't pick up the black one and say, good golly, it's a wog. Sooty's out, Fluffy's gone, the head's off Goldilocks. Princess Shrek and all the rest have gone back inside the box. The one that caused most offence, K. Rupert, she would snog. She can't pick up the black one and say, good golly, it's a wog. It's a golly wog, it's a golly wog. For years on the jam jar we called it Niggy Nog. Not Jungle Bunny, Fuzzy Wuzzy, just black from the sun. It's a fucking golly wog, it's a child's bit of fun. It's a golly wog, it's a golly wog. Years on the jam jar we called it Niggy Nog. Not Jungle Bunny, Fuzzy Wuzzy, just black from the sun. It's a fucking golly wog, it's a child's bit of fun. Ta. This is your part. Pussy and beer. Pussy and beer. You can stick your fangs and wanking just like pussy and beer. Come on, pussy and beer. Pussy and beer. Pussy and beer. Pussy and beer. You can stick your fangs and wanking just like pussy and beer. My turn, so fuck off. I'm not from a city, but I was born on a rough estate. A 12-pound, 6-ounce baby, and I arrived a fortnight late. You can call me a big fat bastard. Please don't say I'm queer, cause all I've ever loved in life is lots of pussy and beer. Pussy and beer. Pussy and beer. You can stick your fangs and wanking just like pussy and beer. Pussy and beer, come on. Pussy and beer. You can stick your fangs and wanking just like pussy and beer. My turn, my fucking turn, alright. The first time I tried a cigarette, I couldn't stop the cough. One day a boy winked at me, I went, oh, just fuck off. Got myself a girlfriend, she's not like me, oh dear. So I went out with a lesbian, because she liked pussy and beer. Pussy and beer. Pussy and beer. You can stick your fangs and wanking just like pussy and beer. Pussy and beer, come on. Pussy and beer. You can stick your fangs and wanking just like pussy and beer. I tell you what, you're fucking fantastic. I'm taking you in the recording studio tomorrow. Fuck the rest of them. Here we go. I went to visit the doctor. I said, I've had my tongue inside a dike. Is it wine, women and song? He said, Chubbs, you can sing as much as you fucking like. Keep off the cigars. Don't take it up the rear. Stop drugs and tossing off. Just stick to pussy and beer. Pussy and beer. All together. Pussy and beer. You can stick your fangs and wanking just like pussy and beer. Pussy and beer. Pussy and beer. Pussy and beer. You can stick your fangs and wanking just like pussy. Ah, give yourself a round of applause. That's fucking brilliant. Oh, I keep up with the music. I'm too sexy for my shirt. My love's going to leave me. I'm too sexy for my shirt. So sexy for my shirt. So sexy I fucking hurt. Too sexy for my job, too sexy for my knob, too sexy for this blob on my knob. I'm too sexy for my hat, too sexy to lick flat, too sexy for my cat, my fucking pussy cat. I'm too sexy. Hang on, I'm fucked. I said, oh, somebody's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing the bell. Do us a favour, for fuck's sake, open the door, you daft cow. Let him in. Who is it? Oh, hello.
Mr. Robinson. Well, he's a linesman for Notts County, said hey Chubbs, I beg your pardon. Your dog's just shit on our garden. I said, our dog? You'd be looking for trouble. You came to the right place, said, you're a wanker, you're a wanker. Then in came the ugly duckling. With her 12 rollers dangling, 11 spots need busting, 10 nicotine fingers, 9 big red pimples, 8-inch wagging tongue, 7 pubic hairs, 6 yellow teeth, 5 pigeon toes, 4 fucking blackheads, 3 double chins, 2 hairy armpits, 1 massive fanny, and a boil of her arse you can't see. She said, I want a D-I-V or R-C-V. There was lipstick on your collar, told a tale on you. I said, hey Jude, don't take it bad. She said, listen Chubbs, that's the second time I've caught you sleeping with her. So I was riding along on the push bike. She was standing on the corner, watching all the boys go by. I mean, I spoke to her, I said, whoa, let me take you home, little girl. She jumped up and down with the knickers in the air. She said, I'm only 16, congratulations, let's have a party. The minute she walked in the joint, I thought, Christ, she's got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Claire, it's the first time I've seen you stood bare. Ooh, I didn't know you were blonde down there. Well, you're black on top, no, you died, you're mott. What a pussy lass, whoa, 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 whoa. What a pussy lass, whoa, whoa, whoa. Come on, baby, and let yourself go. She had this good vibrator. I wanna play with your dingling. She used 20 tiny fingers downtown. That's what I did, I went downtown. She had a ticket to ride. She bent me, shaped me, any way she wanted me. Now I've got her under my foreskin, 'cause I've got rubber balls that come in the avenues and alleyways. I did what I did, full of beer. Now she knows I'm not a queer. I'm here for little boxes. When they're all wet and full of ticky-tacky, she's a honky-tonk woman. I couldn't get no satisfaction. She said, your love was lifting me high. I said, baby face, you've got your arsehole in a funny place. She said, I can't keep it in. I can't keep it in, I gotta let it out. And she fucking farted. What a beautiful noise came out of that place. Anyone who likes to fart, don't try to catch the wind. 'Cause we'd had curry on over at my place. I said, have a drink, have a drink, have a drink on me. She said, a sherry, mate. She was uptight. And everything was alright, but you always had the one you love. Mind you, when I think about it, we should have danced all night. Now she will stand by her prom, 'cause she had the tits I can look at. After Christmas, it was January. Sick and tired, we ended up kung fu fighting. It's not unusual. Why do fools fall in love? I'm sick as fuck. Thank you very much.
Here we go. What the fuck you doing in a town like this? Booking Chubby Brown, now you're taking the piss. Yellow lines, Asbo's a pawn shop too. Big issue sellers, winos, this won't do. Hey, asylum seekers, live here free. The kid shout, fuck off, more than me. What the fuck you doing in a town like this? Blow the bastard up, stop taking the piss. Pizza
there's kebabs, a Thai shop too. Big issue self, oh, this won't do. Hey, dogging in the park is making the mayor sick. I told the traffic warden, get your hand off me dick. What the fuck you doing in a town like this with gorgeous women and pussy to kiss? The shopping centre's built back to front. The one-way system, the council's a cunt. You fucking big sieve, better than the place that I fucking live. Clean the place up by a fucking big sieve. It's still better than the place that I fucking live. That's Billingham.
See everything. My wife has a sensitive pussy and it sits between her legs like glue. And the postman tried to stroke it, nearly took his fucking hand off too. That pussy's going through the change. Don't look at me like that. She can't pronounce a peas. She calls it a wussy twat. My wife has a sensitive pussy, it's hair round and fat. And it leans against her knickers, and it winks at me, the rat. Keep your pussy warm, girls, don't wrap it in a thong. You don't want a pussy with chapped lips, that's why I wrote this song. It pissed down all day Friday, she came home, her pussy was wet. I'd give the dog a bone, that's something I regret. My face is at the cat flap, it's 12 o'clock midnight. Have you ever seen a bleeding pussy? It's not a fucking pretty sight. My wife has a sensitive pussy, it's hair round and fat. And it leans against her knickers, and it winks at me, the rat. Keep your pussy warm, girls, don't wrap it in a thong. You don't want a pussy with chapped lips, that's why I wrote this song. Smell of a pussy, you got one at home. If you haven't shaved your pussy, tidied up by a comb. My wife said you cough balls of fluff, then we had to laugh. I said I had just licked your pussy, you said the cunt needed a bath. My wife has a sensitive pussy, it's hair round and fat. It leans against her knickers, and it winks at me, the rat. Keep your pussy warm, girls, don't wrap it in a thong. You don't want a pussy with chapped lips, that's why I wrote this song. You don't want a pussy with chapped lips, that's why I wrote this song. What do you think?
Use your shit for toothpaste, wash my face with your pubic hair. I'd bottle your farts for the keepsake, let you gobble me, which is fair. My tongue would fertilize your egg, want the pricks in a private place. How can I say I love you when you're sitting on my fucking face? I love my wife, that's no surprise. What is on my mind? She's such a hairy fanny, well, it's not the usual kind. It's big, it's round, it's pink inside, shaped like a big dish. There's no trace of crabs and cockles, but an awful smell of fish. But I'd use her shit for toothpaste, wash my face with her pubic hair. I'd bottle her farts for a keepsake, let her gobble me, which is fair. My tongue would fertilize her egg, while my prick's in a private place. How can I say I love her when she's sitting on my fucking face? Wife and I like oral sex. Nothing wrong with that. We'll have a drink for courage, then we'll strip out on the mat. Well, last night we changed ends. There was a little man in his boat. Then how popped the tampast. I thought she'd cut her throat. When I'd use this shit for toothpaste, wash my face with her pubic hair. I'd bottle her farts for a keepsake, let her gobble me, which is fair. My tongue would fertilize her egg while my cook's in a private place. How can I say I love her when she's sitting on my fucking face?
In the summertime, Blackpool is fine. I mean, the rat-ass pissed on cheap bottles of wine. And in Blackpool, the women, are fucking awful. Get some condoms, you could be lucky and get a 69er. If a daddy's rich, she could be a bitch. If a daddy's poor, she may be a whore. Take her on the beach, a back scuttle would be mighty fine. Hold your balls, lads, you could be flicking sand up that big vagina. Because men have no patter girls, have they? The first thing they'll say to you is that line. You know that line? Or that other one that must get on your fucking nerves. You must be sick to death to hear it. Because men are sex man, they say one thing and mean another. You know what they're thinking? Hey! And if a woman's half decent, you know what she'll say to him? Take her on the beach, never mind about getting sand in your clothes. You can fucking happened to Chubbs, I couldn't even get a hard on. You know what I had to do? I'm in a club with a load of lads, and I think they were winding me up. They said, Chubby, the girl in the red dress, loves the fuck. I said, are you sure? Hey, little girl, what are you doing tonight? Do you fancy a shag? And then we'll go for a bite. Well, I'm standing with the boys out of the blue. He said he thought you'd like a cockatoo. She went... Had a mirror on my shoe, I worked out the riddle. She parted her hair straight down the middle. Shocking thing was, you know where you pee? Bloody big hole where the minge ought to be, I thought. We ended up in bed after the dance. I was that excited, nearly come in my pants. She's lying there like the Queen of Hearts. I'm just about to lick it, she goes and farts. The smell came up, and that's not all. It even took the paper off the fucking wall, doing that to me, because I was smacking the gob. I didn't want to spoil my chance, I might have got a blowjob. This woman was cute, she had childbearing hips, and I whipped off me belt and me bicycle clips. What was that? Something to catch? She said, just me hairy fanny did I feel it's what I thought. The door swung open, in came a breeze. Her husband was there, she was down on her knees. I wouldn't come off, mate, I feel fucking wrong. You ain't just helping me bite off the cotton. Story's unbelievably true. He said, hey, fat bastard, who the fuck are you? I went...